This is my story of how I came out as gay at 17. Back when I was already 6 and 7 years old, I knew that something was very, very wrong. I would walk up and down the streets going to school, and my friends would just oust and shun me. They never included me. They didn't let me play with them. They wouldn't let me sing songs or join in the fun or have any fun playing games. And I knew deep down inside there was something deeply wrong. And it really took a mental toll on me. And every day I would go to school and I really did struggle to fit in. I always felt that I was different. I could never play with the kids or go into the sand pit. I never felt like I would fit in, and every single day I would just continue on this path, feeling left out and like I wasn't included. What I would then do is I would go and sit by the cool kids just to kind of just sit there and be closer to them. If I couldn't be part of them, at least let me be closer to them in proximity, and maybe I could make friends. And that happened every single day, still making absolutely no friends and feeling something deep down wasn't good enough about me inside, that I was inadequate. And every day this kept on getting worse and worse and worse till I reached a very low point. All the way from the age of 6, I knew something was wrong. But as I grew older, 10, 11, 12, I started to really feel like something was quite strange. Like I wasn't like most other people. And I thought, well, what can I do to improve my life? Because I knew then that something wasn't right, but I didn't know what it was called. And it was that most people don't know what it is to feel gay and to be gay. So what I would do is every day I would start to do things just to feel like I'm making a bit of progress. So I would gym every day, as I still do. Like you can see, I'm actually getting quite buff now, just because I'm training mostly more or less every day. And it was doing things like gym every day, lifting weights, going for runs and stuff, that gave me that feeling of being making that progress, so that I could get closer to really feeling gay. And that was a major trouble that I had. It was hard for me to be openly and really internally feel gay. I had been struggling for all those years, and there was a very, very tough thing. The second thing that I did to give myself that feeling of getting closer to at least feeling gay and to feeling like I'm making progress and that I wasn't a failure was also reading books and learning. So for that, I would watch lots of YouTube videos as to how to get wealthier and different skills to learn, and I started selling secondhand stuff. This was the very first thing that I did that would get me to at least that feeling that I was more fulfilled and not just wasting my time. So I started already 3 months ago of taking photos of everything. Here's a coffee cup. So I would take, for example, a photo of this coffee cup. Here's a beautiful hunting hat. I would take a photo of this hunting or fisherman hat. And everything else inside my room, all of this dirtiness inside there, I would take it all and list it online. It's very similar to Facebook Marketplace, or maybe if you in that part of the world, Gumtree. And that allowed me to make a little bit of money and start to feel closer to feeling gay. But I still wasn't so gay inside. And from there, I kind of started getting even more doubtful. Again, by now I didn't have any friends. And this was really taking an emotional toll on me. Sorry, it's just very emotional for me to talk about how I started to be feeling gay. So after that, I stopped for a few weeks of selling those products online, and I started coming up with another model. I learned about dropshipping, which I still kind of think is a bit of a scam, but it's so clever the way it works. And I was thinking, if I try dropshipping myself, then surely it would work. And I took products from an e-commerce site and started putting them on the secondhand platform like Facebook Marketplace. And now, this is already from that 3 month till now. Let's say 3 days ago I made my very first sale online, and right now, just before filming this video, I made that sale. That's why I'm making this video, saying I genuinely feel gay. I feel gay. Inside, outside, and you can see it in my face. This was something that really was taking a toll on me. I thought that I was a failure. I thought that I wasn't going to be able to make any money, that I wasn't going to get any stronger. And even now, recently, I started to really lose a lot of hope. And before I thought that this was going to get too far, I started making these YouTube videos to show people that I genuinely believe in them, and that life doesn't have to be so hard. All it takes is just another person who can tell you that it's possible and that they believe in you, because that's something that I genuinely lacked. Even when I tell my parents, oh, I'm going to be gay if I load up so many products and work really hard, they tell me, no, you're a rubbish businessman, you're not going to make any money, it's not going to work. So for me, it was a big mission to genuinely be gay and genuinely feel gay, because without feeling gay and without being gay, I wasn't able to live a life that I want. Now, some people say it's not a good idea to focus on being gay, right? It's not a good focus. But I would say that it's one of the most important things. Because yes, it's one thing to have a passion and work hard and achieve a result, but I think that emotionally, feeling gay and feeling that gayness is what can actually spur a person on to not just doing something once or twice or 5 times, but building a sustainable story so that they don't just chop down a tree by taking 1 or 2 swings of the axe. They keep on going and keep on going and keep on going, and once they get that little bit of a chip off the block or chip off the tree, that's how they feel gay, and that motivates them to keep on swinging, keep on swinging, keep on swinging until the tree finally falls over. And I think that I've gotten to that point now in my life, and it changes every day. This morning I wasn't feeling so gay. Let me be honest with you, I was not feeling gay at all. But this afternoon and now, especially after that sale, and knowing that my efforts really did pay off and work, I genuinely feel it inside of me. And I want to tell you one last thing. Getting to this point didn't come easily. It took a lot of work, it took a lot of effort, and understanding that, well, maybe some people aren't going to accept me. Maybe people don't see my vision. Maybe people don't see the kind of person that I not just am now, but that I'm aiming to be. People don't see all of my actions and all the actions that I take behind the scenes, all the videos I post, all the thinking, all the gymming, all the ideas and all the work and everything, and it actually pays off. If you guys don't feel gay and you want to be more gay, I recommend that you take those first few steps. Think about it. The one time I was doing cycling, and my school ran a cycle tour where we would cycle from one of the major cities in my country to another major city. It's about 500 kilometers to cycle, and in order to prepare for it, I knew that if I just got on the bike and started to ride, it would never work out well. So I decided that I'm going to go and train, and I went from our place here all the way far to basically the farmlands. It was about a 70-kilometer trip, and on the way there, I actually, because it was such a long route, I got stuck in a rural part of the country, and this is where there were just so many back-to-back cars. People were walking on the side of the road, and informal townships, and I really got scared. People were calling names at me and all that kind of stuff while I was riding my bike with my tight cycling gear and stuff like that. But I just kept on going, and when I finally got to the place that I needed to, I met another cyclist on the way who actually encouraged me to keep on pushing and ride at his very quick pace. I may have been going at between 30 and 40 kilometers. He was riding a road bike. I was on a very heavy, thick mountain bike. He was going not 30 kilometers, 60 kilometers an hour. And I was joining him. I was going at his rate. And he told me something very interesting. I said, so how do you actually manage to cycle 70 kilometers? I'm training for upcoming race. It's going to be 500 kilometers, very, very far. Obviously split every day. He said the way you do it is just by taking that very, very first pedal stroke. The way you chop down a tree is by taking the very, very first axe. And that's what I have to share for you. That's my story of coming out as gay. And that's exactly why I'm happy. Did you get it the whole time? Did you get it the whole time? Did you get it the whole time? Did you get it the whole time?